I gotta do it, man.
Dude. What are you doing?
In today's society, there's a lot of emphasis on money and, arguably more importantly, what level of money you're at. Because you can have an average amount of money, then you can be wealthy, rich, filthy rich, stupid rich, crazy rich, and then you have the upper elites in terms of the richest of the rich. For the longest time, Jeff Bezos ruled as the richest man in the world. But eventually that title was taken from him in 2020 and 2021 by none other than Elon Musk. But how was he able to pull it off? Allow us to show you the richest man on Earth, and soon Mars. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 6. The shift in the standings. One of the things that has astounded people in regards to the current richest person in the world rankings is that the top 2 spots very much didn't feel like they would grow as well as they did in 2020. After all, 2020 was the year that everything changed for the world via the global pandemic, the shutdown of countries and economies, and so on. The former number 1 ranked person in Jeff Bezos had his company Amazon to thank for his booming worth because everyone was using his service to get the items that they couldn't get themselves. So thus, despite having a huge chunk of his fortune lost via a divorce from his longtime wife, the pandemic helped him get it back in no time flat. Very impressive over, and thus many felt this would continue to cement him as the top cat in the standings. That's not to say that Elon Musk didn't have an impressive year in 2020, because he absolutely did. You see, while Bezos had a big jump, Elon Musk had an even bigger jump of $133 million in his net worth over the course of 2020. A lot of it even coming in at the last minute to overtake Bezos as the richest man in the world. In fact, the last minute surge was so grand that many people had a bit of shell shock when it happened. But that begs the question, why did it happen? Well, that would be because of Tesla, the car company that he's the CEO and spokesperson for, as well as one of the head engineers who makes and designs the electric cars that are taking over the world nowadays. The thing you need to remember about Tesla is that they are very much the number 1 electric car making company in the world today. They are pumping out a ton of electric cars to try and get the market to go from gas-powered cars to electric ones. And it's finally starting to work. Thanks to the efforts of Musk, they're able to pump out almost 2.5 million electric cars a year. And with more people investing in the market, Tesla's stock prices have been skyrocketing. And it's even fair to say that in 2021, things will continue to improve for Musk even more, as he'll be releasing things like the Tesla Cybertruck and the Tesla Semi-Truck, both of which could exponentially help improve his company's worth in a variety of ways. By the end of 2020, Elon Musk was worth about $200 billion, usurping Bezos as the richest person around. And while early 2021 stock fluctuations have flipped the script once or twice for the two, Musk is back on top once again. And if things keep going the way some expect, that is likely to continue as the new year goes on. Number 5. The caveat with the title. So as we just noted with the last entry, there is a small caveat in terms of Elon Musk being the richest man in the world. And that's that mainly the big reason he is the current title holder is because the stock of both Tesla and SpaceX, more on that in a minute, has been rising steadily over 2020 with all the success that the companies were having. However, as recent events have shown us, the stock market can go through some weird phases, like the GameStop thing, and cause a bunch of stocks to either shoot up in price or come crashing down. Plus, Elon Musk is known to very much cause problems for his companies by saying controversial statements that go and cause the stock to go down for a time. So for right now, based on recent charts and figures, Elon Musk is the man with the title of richest around. But that could change. But even if it swaps every once in a while with Jeff Bezos, it doesn't diminish what Elon Musk has done. Far from it. In fact, it just enforces the fact that he went from an eccentric businessman to a guy that literally prints money with just about every business he makes. Number 4. The ascension of Elon Musk. Elon Musk is very much a man who has defied the odds at just about every turn in his life. Because a lot of people have doubted him for, well, just about everything. And yet he kept pushing his dreams, tried to go big with his moves, and started a path that no one before him would take. We say that because 2 days after beginning at Stanford University, he dropped out of college to form his first company, Zip2 Corporation. This would no doubt get a lot of people hating on him because the classic reasoning is that you go to college, get all the degrees you can, and then go and start a business. Doing the business before the degree is foolhardy in the eyes of many. But Elon did it anyway, and made bank as a result. That company went on to sell for $307 million to Compaq. Using his 7% share from the sale, Musk went on and co-founded X.com, a first-of-its-kind online payment company. Just a year later, the company merged with one we all know today, PayPal. Later, PayPal went on to sell to eBay for $1.5 billion. Granted, Elon didn't get all of that money, but he had enough to go and take things to the next level with his various eyes. And that brings us to the rise of a certain company that everyone is talking about in 2021. Number 3. Tesla. For one reason or another, people think Elon Musk invented Tesla, but he didn't. Rather, he came on later on via a round of investing and then became its CEO and head engineer. Elon loved the idea of Tesla because it was like him in a certain way. It was doing things a different way despite people telling them, the makers of Tesla, that it wouldn't work. In this case, trying to make an electric car that would not just function, but be cheap and be better than gas-powered vehicles. Elon Musk understood their vision and went to work with them on trying to achieve it. It took them a long time to get to where they are now, but the results speak for themselves. Yes, sometimes, oftentimes, Elon Musk tries to bring more hype than is needed to Tesla, or tries to make ridiculous claims that can't be fully proven. But the results of his efforts speak for themselves. Tesla has started a revolution in electric cars, and it's growing with every year that passes. And that wasn't the only revolution he started. Number 2. SpaceX. The idea of SpaceX came from a desire by Elon Musk to put humanity back up into space by tricking NASA to get back in the game. But eventually, he realized he could just make rockets via a company he made and save a lot of time, money, and effort. So, that's what he did. SpaceX is dedicated to creating new and powerful rocket and space shuttle technology that'll take us to space, the moon, Mars, and beyond. And guess what? They've already accomplished a lot, including certain recent successes that are being built upon to this day. Through this, Elon got NASA back in the game, because everyone loves competition. And there's a plan in place to get humanity to Mars in this decade. SpaceX and Tesla are very much the pillars by which Elon has built his vast fortune and respect for his craft. And he absolutely gives everything to his craft. So his fortune is very well deserved. Number 1. How far can the richest man's wealth grow? That is an interesting question, and not one that is easy to answer. As noted, Elon's net worth is very much dependent on the stocks of his companies, which can grow or shrink based on recent events. However, with the pace that Elon Musk goes at in pushing Tesla to make more cars, and for SpaceX to have better and better launches, or in a recent case, recover from a bad launch, there's little doubt that he can push things even further than before. There are some who think that either he or Jeff Bezos will be the world's first trillionaire. A not impossible measure per se, but definitely a challenge. And of course, if SpaceX does make it to Mars, you know Elon will want to go there too, and thus be the richest man on 2 worlds. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the richest man in the world, aka Elon Musk, and how he went from a man just trying to do business to someone who is richer than the rest? Does his work and dedication that Elon Musk put into getting this title impress you and make you respect him more? Do you think that his net worth is just going to keep growing and growing along with his dreams and aspirations? What impossible thing do you feel he'll do next? Let us know in the comments below, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.